Okay, this is my elderberry dye, take 2. These were the original papers, and when I sprayed the first one, it immediately turned blue. When I sprayed the second one, it came out pink, and then overnight, it turned blue. And then a heavier spray, it goes on pink, and that also turned blue. So I'm thinking maybe there's something in the paper that might be making the colors change from pink to purple to blue. I'm not sure. It is a pretty blue. I don't mind it, but I was really hoping for purple. So I know people use alum powder. This is potassium alum powder, food preservative, when they're dyeing like yarns and fibers and things. So I thought I would try that on the paper. So I have 2 sheets of paper here, and I have 1 teaspoon of alum and 1 cup of water. There, I have a cat in my lap who wants to help out. Okay, now I think what I'm going to do is, no, stay out of the alum. I think I'm going to go get some newspaper. Okay, I think I'm going to just paint these with this alum water mixture, let it soak into the paper for a few minutes, spray them again, and see how that comes out. Get some alum on there. Now this is a food preservative, so maybe it will preserve the elderberry color if it doesn't lift the sizing off the paper. See what happens. And I think I might put a saline layer in here just for funsies. Let's see. Ooh, oh my gosh, look, it's gone back to purple. Look at that. Well, this is interesting. Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, we got it back to purple by putting a little alum on there. Now I wonder how that's going to dry. That is very interesting. Now this paper, it was never purple on this paper, so let's see what it does to this paper. It even turns it purple on this paper. Let's see how that one dries. Soak some of this up here. I love to play and experiment. Okay, and I think I'm going to put some on this one too. Look at that. Oh my gosh, magic. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome sauce. Wow. Now let's see if it stays that way. Okay, this is putting the alum over the dried ink. And this is my elderberry dye in the spray bottle. And let's see what happens here. Paper's all wet. Still smells like vinegar though. Whew. Okay, those were pink and they're turning purple. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to paint one, let it dry, and then spray it. Very interesting. These are turning back to bluish again. These were the original 3. And these are the 2 I just did, and right now they are green. I don't know how they turn green. On these 2 papers, I put the alum first, and then I sprayed the elderberry dye on top. And it's completely different than what happened yesterday. It's still a little purple. So I put the alum on top of this. So let's see what happens when I spray it. First it goes down pink. Okay, I'll put these aside. See what happens to them. Now see, now that's turned purple again, and now it has pink on it. I wish it would stay like that. That would be awesome. But I know it's not going to. Okay, let's try this one. And we'll put that one aside. Those 2 are the same. This one was different. Let's see what happens to that one. Now these were green. I don't know how they turn green. Well, we'll see what happens to those. It takes a little while. I gotta let them dry. And then this is the one that I put the alum on first. Goes down pink. This one looks like it's turning purple. Okay, we shall see what happens with that one. And this is watercolor paper, and I painted it with the alum. And I'd like to make a big sheet because I wanted to dye, use the natural dye, make a big sheet, and then put on some of my pressed flowers, and then make faux handmade paper out of it, and then cut it up because I owe some people some Twinchies and some ATCs, and I thought, oh, this would be so pretty. But they have to wait until my experiment is done. You can see this going down pink and turning purple right away. And we shall see what happens with that. Well, the purple ones turned a little blue again, but these other ones are all green. Now this is the same thing sprayed on both of these papers. And the large watercolor sheet, it's both purple and green. I don't know if you can see that, but it's both purple and green. So we're going to do a little experimenting, more experimenting. I'm going to put some of the alum and mix it with the dye and spray it on and see how that looks. I'm spraying the dye right into the alum, and it's pink. Now I'm just going to drop it on this watercolor paper. And I'll see how that dries. One way to learn about something is to just experiment. If you drop it from high enough, it makes a nicer pattern. I'm dropping some on these green ones. I wish it would stay purple, though I love green. And blue is good too. But I'm trying to get purple. Well, I sprayed the big piece of watercolor paper with the mixture of alum and elderberry juice together. And I do have a mixture of green and purple. I don't know if that's going to change, but my green paper stayed green and my bluish purple papers stayed the same too. So I don't know what paper packs these were from because I cut them up like 5 years ago and I had them in a baggie. And this was from a project that I was doing with some kids, so I'm not really sure what brand they are. They're just cheap watercolor paper, I think from Michaels or AC Moore, I'm not sure. And I got a little bit more purple on here, but as that thoroughly dries and ages, it might change back to blue again. But the green is definitely just staying green. So I'm going to go ahead and start on my faux paper. And so the first thing I have to do now is open up my flower press.